to Klay Thompson, catching it out. Green left open. Here's Kuminga. Got stripped and taken away. But he's been attacking the basket. That's why they're a game out. Here's Harden for three. Does not like the
to Lakers owner Jeannie Buss had been urging the Warriors to see if LeBron, the king. Apparently, clearly that conversation.
And probably asked if Steph Curry was available. I'm asking.
And when the sensei
wasn't going anywhere. But really quickly.
Now Green working from the mid-range. Leonard's first missed game together. As Green's three. Nice pass by Green to Curry. Over 500. Third seasons have been above 500 since the nice pass that time. It's the third game back for Payton up from the floor. It is 3 games back.
Shots like you just saw on that finish early.
And Kevon Looney, Russell Westbrook.
Surprise for everyone. 2 free throws just because 2 guys
coming off the bench. One of the leaders, Plumlee.
A couple of games ago, Steph Curry had that.
In the top, Curry gets free. Staff, as they're going to call Dejan Milojevic, Cisco to be back in time for these 2 from our vantage in mid-January. Brooke Thompson basically dared. This will be free throw number 7. Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. NBA Today colleague said the
job, but he knows he needs to take it.
Late in every game as well. Pajemski drives, reverse left. And Jonas fouls Powell. It was coming. George doubled, has to fire. Spinning baseline, and the shot. Well, that's been the issue as he from three-point land. Plumlee offensive. Not happy with John Butler, who made the call.
A little bit. There's a contract extension
earlier today about Klay Thompson and basketball mortality is just trying to come to grips.
Running around a screen. The NBA and made threes a year ago.
Look, people don't understand.
Man missed the first free throw.
So just got back. Been struggling a little bit out there.
Yeah, George Clippers shooting on the floor with this group. Here's Harden down the middle.
Still got to work out to some communication. Don't forget.
Jemski had 4 points, 3 assists. Los Angeles.
A little too much taking charges, trying to get a future Hall of Fame player.
Last 11. And kicks to the corner. And man's team record for LA. Powell got past his man. Harden right into has praised him throughout the season.
And James Harden has done a great job.
27 and 7 in their last 34. Pass by Harden. Zubats.
We've seen some football players do some big. Barrett's been in it before. We've seen.
Here's Pajemski left wide open.
Steve Kerr had some words to say to his.
And Zubats. And
that 3.
8 for the most points ever. But they work it around to the corner. Leonard, who's missing his 5th vocal, at least publicly.
Here with the Clippers, they're still.
Leonard is doing this year. Great gather and fire. 3 won't go. Back to Green. Push attack. Spinning.
About the top, we knew about Chet. We knew about.
Head to Powell. Challenged by George. Pass to an open Curry. George Alade when he walks into the building. Made about 120.
And I know Steve.
Part of the contest. Floater by NBA. Boston. 7-0 run. 2, Green. Nobody picks him off.
To get the dunk.
Probably better off
trying to get out to those 2 3-point shooters.
Hey, windy. And win streak tying a season high. Here's Steph Curry. Harden, another gorgeous pass in.
Some teams that don't come back from the
final game for the Clippers. Been all year.
Everybody got their all-star plans. The teams that show up those first 3, and they have the 3rd easiest way for them to kind of make up some ground.
Leans in. Tough shooting run for the Clippers. Since early on in the game, George first half because he got in foul trouble. He said he was not sure. 9th All-Star game. Going back to much of a factor tonight, just 2 points. Draymond Green.
When they had, an array of
Tice, along with Plumlee, who's healthy after
being that dominant player. Yes, he is an also
looking for a shot as there's the Pacers run. Meanwhile, Draymond Green is down, took a shot. Curry keeps it alive underneath. Timeout and an easy
threes in the first half. He can't.
Gives it up. A second on the shot. 6 and 0 4 from 3 after all. George catch and shoot. So Kuminga will go to the bench. Penetrates, spins.
In this league, with just an all-star couple.
Following Pajemski is Wiggins been a big Golden State. Here's Curry from deep. 3rd in his his last 4. George fumbles, but whistle. Defense
all the way to the other side of the court. He's the greatest shooter we've ever seen.
Got it to Looney. Game that Paul has missed with that. It's been the only offense for the Clippers here in the third. Underneath to Moody. Fouled. 30-year pro out of Kujemski. And he gets the Plumlee. Now George from Hart. He's averaging 20. Steph Curry with George committing
the float game, and we know what he shoots from the...
It out. Paul George on the spot. 15 points. He'll try Curry. Wide open. 3 on the way. 3 by Gary Payton. 81 points tonight. The most in a 4-game span. Just set of Steph Curry off the ball. The go through to get to this.
But from a running standpoint,
Hines man underneath. Draymond Green is
around. And it's, look, when you're wants to get too tired.
Side 2 minutes to go. Good defense.
Points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
Draymond Green putting it in. 3-point percent. Lead back to 13 for Golden State. Coffee wide open. That's good.
Defense, they have looked different the last.
Kujemski with the step through. Opportunity. 5-second difference in the game. And Green on the cut. Floater. No.
Steve, good luck. Thank you. Thank you, George.
Guys won 7, by the way. They have the number. Thompson steps inside the arc.
To lean forward and a player goes through it, it's a
over 40%. So makes a great pass, a rare miss from the floor. Pass this Valentine's Day.
He does. If I had to guess what T. Lue was upset.
I have to think too with Plumlee. First time since December as Paul George rise and a traveling
already be on All-Star break, but ultimately
misses. Harden to George, nice pass. Will have possession. There's still 9.5 minutes.
He almost went Cat Williams by Klay Thompson.
Now they're starting together. Pull-up jumper. Way off the first in the loss column. Plumlee with the deflection. George, 5th in the NBA in free throw shoot. Steph Curry will be off to Wiggins. Has to hoist. Flagrant foul by Plumlee. Altercation. Also has Brian Shaw.
The Warriors, they've got to hit back.
And the best record in the league. George Thompson going to get another try.
Elite option play he had.
To Green, loves it up there. Harden gets some airspace.
To Zubac, nobody even there to be able to contest.
Corner and Powell, he'll rise. Pin. Kujemski, fence to break it up. Now Curry. Draymond Green picks him up. Shot. Warriors trying to stay above 500. It's a 7-0 Golden State run to the corner. Hesitation. LA with 3 to play. Step back 3. Curry is up.
To go down by 1, up by
the nothing run. Now Draymond Green calls since Oakland hosted back in to the corner. Powell for 3 into the lane. Wild shot, but
not really been able to answer.
This double. Step back 3 to the corner. Now Coffee wide open. Paul George. Curry trying to keep him in it. And they still committed a foul to put
on fire there in the first half.
To the corner. Kujemski, tough angle.
Get a stop with the 3-point shooting you have.
That mini altercation. We'll call you Steve Kerr. The Warriors have to foul.
A rare mental mistake there in situation.
Catch and shoot 3. No good. In the normal starting 5 of late for Golden State. And one of the... Curry giving it up to Draymond Green. The skip to Klay Thompson. Catching it deserves for the West at the All-Star game in Indy. Green left open.
The injuries, and he has maximized that opportunity.
Here's Kuminga. Here's Paul George driving in the lane. Got stripped and taken away. Wanted to settle for 3-point shots a lot early on, but he's been attacking the basket. A loss at home to Minnesota. That's why they're a game out. Here's Harden for 3.
Easy lay-in, and T. Lue wants to talk about it early.
Does not like the...
Apparently, owner Joe Lacob reached out to Lakers owner Jeannie Buss. Is also Draymond Green's agent, and Draymond had been urging the Warriors to see if they weren't the only team that sought after the King. Apparently, Corey said, well, is Joel Embiid available? Clearly, that conversation. And
that is the biggest thing. And look, I'm pretty sure that Pelinka probably asked if Steph Curry was available. Because they are just too important. But there's no harm in asking.
And when the Sensei were
there was confidence there that LeBron James wasn't going anywhere. But really quickly.
First, Steph Curry hitting a 3 a moment ago. Now Green working from the mid-range. Paul George connects. from mid-range. Leonard's first missed games, and they'd played about 30% of the games together. As Green's three.
You have such a large group of talented players.
Nice pass by Green to Curry. Hazen. Yet Golden State just a game over 500.
Player if he's not already there.
Third season, as we mentioned, going to break. This is the first time the Warriors have been above 500 since the end. Trying to avoid that tonight, going into the All-Star break. Nice pass that time.
It's been so important to the success of the Golden State Warriors.
It's the third game back for Payton. It's his 19th game played this year, but he has not missed a shot from the floor in his 3 games back.
Beat job, and then he takes high percentage shots like you just saw on that finish earlier.
Green will go to the bench, and Kevon Looney was a 6th Man of the Year candidate, along with his teammate Russell Westbrook.
This is a bit of a surprise for everyone. Especially step from his movement that Looney gets 2 free throws just because 2 guys.
Draymond Green back from suspension. Looney's been coming off the bench. One of the leaders.
Why they have been the best team in the league since December 1st.
Plumlee.
Him every single time we had the opportunity. I know a couple of games ago Steph Curry had that situation. That says a tremendous amount about him.
In the top 7, 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Curry gets free. The first game back for Steve and many members of the coaching staff, as they're going to call for the memorial service of Dejan Milojevic. They flew another 30-plus hours back to San Francisco to be back in time for the
needed in that moment.
Kenny Atkinson, who's from our vantage, a contest that was to be played in mid-January on the Warriors, and only 1 turnover. Westbrook, Thompson basically dared Clipper foul. This will be free throw number 7. Is already in foul trouble with 3. Rising Stars game Friday, and on ESPN, the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. The rest of your NBA Today colleagues said this.
Yes, you want to give him that 3, but he does a great job. He knows he needs to take it.
For the Clippers this year, he's played in every game as well. Kuminga high in the air, kicks it out. Podziemski drives, reverse lane.
To get to the lane and get the layup.
Quinones fouls Powell, who was coming here in the opening quarter. George doubled, has to fire. Illinois as well. On the back down, Kuminga spinning baseline, and the shot here's a career high. Klay Thompson, meanwhile, that's been the issue, as 3-point percent, 6 points and a couple rebounds for Moody. Lead back to 13 for Golden State. Out to man, shot clock at 4. Coffee wide open. That's good.
More than enough, but you have to give credit to this Warrior defense. They have looked different the last.
Warriors can get a 2 for 1. Podziemski with the step through. Another 2-for-1 opportunity. 5-second difference in the game and shots. 7 of 8 from the floor. 4 of 4 from 3. Green on the cut. Floater. No. Gets the Clippers within 11 after 3.
Easy transition hoops. Defend without fouling.
Steve, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Guys, for the Warriors over the last 8 games, where they've won 7, by the way, they have the #1 offensive team in Los Angeles. Thompson steps inside the arc. Harden doubled, gives it up to Plumlee.
Verticality. When that arm starts to lean forward and a player goes through it, it's a
70%. Remember, there was a time he was not over 40%. So he's been aimed. Draymond Green, who had the lead for a while, makes a great pass. A rare miss. Still shooting about 80% from the floor. 99-99. Give the gift of league pass this Valentine's Day.
It's from T. Lue. That's not something he typically does.
Tom Scott, now John, getting an earful.
Well, if I had to guess what T. Lue was upset from another referee that was in another position.
I have to think, too, with Plumlee. They are over 500 by a game. First time since December as Paul George. Tension starting to rise. And a traveling.
I understand some of these guys might already be on All-Star break, but ultimately.
They used to have some great battles on Christmas. Powell misses. Harden to George. Nice pass. 1, and then the Warriors will have possession. There's still 9.5 minutes lot here in the last few minutes. Vocal on his podcast
Yes,
this week.
he was. He was naming names. He almost went Cat Williams to be open, either that slip or that cut there by Klay Thompson.
Opportunity's been given due to the suspensions of Draymond Green. Now they're starting together. Timer at 7. Thompson pull-up jumper. Way off since they're currently in 3rd in the West, but just a game out of 1st in the loss column. Curry back on the floor, promptly turns it over. Good play by Plumlee with the deflection. George 4 of 4 at the line so far tonight. He is 5th in the NBA in free throw shoot. Warriors play in Utah tomorrow. Steph Curry will be off to shot clock at 4. Wiggins has to hoist. An altercation following a flagrant foul by Plumlee. Altercation. At the front of the bench also has Brian Shaw.
It's really anybody's game right now, in my opinion, but the Warriors, they've got to hit back.
Since December 1st, 27-7, the best record in the league. George a heel, but a rebound by Curry. Thompson gonna get another try.
The momentum. Steve Kerr draws up the most elite option play he had.
George now 24 points. Curry to Green, lobs it up there. Ed Westbrook into traffic. Out to Harden, gets some airspace.
Getting the rebound, throwing it to Zubac. Nobody even there to be able to contest.
But missed that time. Here's Zubac to the corner and Powell. He'll rise. And Green in the paint. Extra pass by Kuminga. Pajemski. Curry wasn't there, but Wiggins, good defense to break it up. Now Curry. Get past Wiggins. Now on the switch, Draymond Green picks him up. Shot. Now they stay with 17 losses. Warriors trying to stay above 500. Midway through the first quarter, it's a 7-0 Golden State run. George bumps him to the corner. Hesitation. 116-115 LA with 3 to play. Being the go-to offensive player in the second half for the Clippers. Step back 3. Curry is up.
They've got to answer this call here. 3 minutes to go. Down by 1. Up by
7 straight points for the Clippers after the Warriors went on a 7-0 run. Now Draymond Green called. It'll be the first time the Bay Area has had the All-Star game since Oakland hosted back in. Tune working on the rookie. Great crossover to the corner. Powell for 3. Curry looking to answer. Gets past Powell into the lane. Wild shot, but it
raised their physicality, and the Warriors have not really been able to answer.
5 on the shot clock. Harden is doubled. Step back 3. The Clippers. Shot clock at 8. Westbrook to the corner. Now Coffey wide open without Leonard. A big part of it coming without Paul George. Curry trying to keep him in it. Coffey was going 1-on-4, and they still committed a foul to put Coffey.
Getting the rhythm, Steph Curry and Pajemski on fire there in the first half.
6. Green to the corner. Pajemski, tough angle.
You just have to play elite defense there. Get a stop with the three-point shooting you have.
The Clippers, it's been a 15-point swing since that mini altercation. A charge on Westbrook, but looked like a good no call. Steve Kerr around, offensive rebound, Coffey. And now the Warriors have to foul.
Mental mistake there by Klay Thompson. A rare mental mistake there. He made a mental mistake there, not understanding time and score and situation.
Warriors with 4.7 need to get it in. Here's Thompson, catch and shoot 3. No good.